Hey guys, it's Arash here and welcome back to Man of Thoughts. Today we're diving deep into the human psyche to uncover the sinister signs of toxicity. Consider this your survival guide because once you learn to spot these red flags, you'll be dodging human landmines like a pro. So grab your garlic, holy water, whatever you need to ward off evil and get ready for a wild ride. Ever been in a relationship where it feels like you're constantly walking on eggshells? That's manipulation, my friends, and it's the first terrifying sign of a toxic person. Imagine this. You're hanging out with your significant other and you casually mention wanting to grab pizza for dinner, but they just started their juice cleanse. Suddenly you're drowning in guilt and offering to join them. You hate juice cleanses, you really love pizza. But somehow they've convinced you it's your fault for even suggesting it. They twist your words, your actions, even your thoughts to fit their own messed up narrative. And before you know it, you're tangled in their web, questioning your own sanity. Let's talk about gaslighting, shall we? That delightful little mind game where someone tries to convince you that your version of reality is completely bonkers. Imagine this. You walk into a room and catch your partner scrolling through Tinder. You confront them, heart pounding, and they just stare at you with those big innocent eyes and say, "Babe, you're being paranoid." You start to question everything. Did you imagine it? Are you being crazy? But deep down you know something's off. That, my friends, is the insidious nature of gaslighting. It's a form of emotional abuse that slowly chips away at your self-esteem and sanity. It makes you doubt your own memories, your perceptions, even your own damn mind. Gaslighters are masters of denial and deflection. They'll twist your words, deny the undeniable, and turn the tables to make you feel like the crazy one. Okay, so you're dating someone who never pays for dinner, forgets your birthday, and thinks showering is optional. Not great, but hey, nobody's perfect, right? But then the criticism starts. At first it's disguised as helpful suggestions. "Oh honey, that dress is different." But slowly, it morphs into a constant barrage of negativity, chipping away at your self-worth one backhanded compliment at a time. They'll nitpick your appearance, your hobbies, your friends, your family, basically anything and everything that makes you, well, you. They want to break you down, make you feel small and insignificant so they can maintain their position of power. Isolation. It's a key tactic in the toxic playbook. These emotional vampires thrive on control, and the easiest way to control you is to cut you off from your support system. They'll start planting seeds of doubt, whispering about how your friends are bad influences or don't really care about you. Slowly, they'll create distance between you and the people who love you most. They'll guilt trip you into canceling plans, accuse you of choosing your friends over them, and make you feel bad for wanting to spend time with anyone but them. It's like they're building a wall of negativity around you, brick by toxic brick, until you're completely isolated and dependent on them for validation and support. Buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to enter the twisted world of blame shifting. A classic move in the toxic tango, blame shifting, is basically the art of taking zero responsibility for one's actions and projecting all the blame onto someone else. Forgot to pay the bills? Your fault for not reminding them. Cheated on you? Well, you weren't giving them enough attention. They'll twist your words, rewrite history, and invent elaborate scenarios where they're the innocent victim and you're the villain of the story. And the worst part, they do it with such conviction, such righteous indignation that you start to question your own sanity. You find yourself apologizing for their mistakes, making excuses for their behavior, and contorting yourself into a pretzel just to try and make them happy. Jealousy. That green-eyed monster that can rear its ugly head in even the healthiest of relationships. But when it comes to toxic people, jealousy isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a way of life. These emotional vampires thrive on control and insecurity, and they'll stop at nothing to keep you all to themselves. Got a promotion at work? They'll be seething with envy. Their jealousy can manifest in a million different ways. Possessiveness, controlling behavior, constant accusations, even attempts to sabotage your success. They'll monitor your every move, question your every interaction, and try to isolate you from anyone they perceive as a threat. And the worst part, they often try to justify their behavior by saying it's because they love you so much. Empathy, that magical ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's what allows us to connect on a deeper level, to offer support, to give and receive love. Unfortunately, empathy is about as common as a unicorn riding a roller coaster in the toxic world. These emotional black holes are so consumed by their own needs, their own insecurities, that they have zero capacity to consider the feelings of others. You could be going through the most difficult, heartbreaking experience of your life, and they'll find a way to make it all about them. It's like trying to get emotional support from a brick wall. No matter how hard you try to connect, to share your pain, you just end up feeling empty and alone. So there you have it, 7 terrifying signs that you might be dealing with a toxic person. Remember, these emotional vampires are masters of manipulation, gaslighting, and blame shifting. They'll isolate you, criticize you, and drain you of every ounce of energy and self-worth you possess. But don't worry, there's hope. By recognizing these warning signs, you can start to protect yourself from their toxic influence. Set boundaries, prioritize your mental health, and don't be afraid to walk away from relationships that no longer serve you. And hey, if you're looking for more insights into the dark side of human nature, be sure to subscribe to Man of Thoughts for weekly doses of psychological thrills and chills.